Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caleb. I use he, they pronouns. I'm doing a book review on Mason Deaver's book, I Wish You All the Best. And I gave away this book, but like I'm recording it before I actually give it away. And here's a clip of me like talking about the giveaway and the winner. So I actually didn't record a little like clip for the giveaway, but the giveaway winner was Sienna, who uses they them pronouns. I did ship off the book already, and it should have arrived. If it hasn't, like, let me know. But yeah, so congrats. Sorry I didn't like record a whole little big thing. But yeah, I did record a clip of me like at FedEx though, like mailing the book off, so I'll include that. Cool. Overall, if you don't know, I Wish You All the Best is about a non-binary character, Ben, coming out to their parents, and it really resulting not too well, to where they're kicked out and they end up staying with their sister, and the book sort of like goes through that experience. Ben ends up meeting their like friend. I guess this is a spoiler. I don't know how to do a review without doing spoilers, so it's just gonna be a spoiler. Ben ends up meeting this person called Nathan, and Nathan is like a kind of too perfect, like bubbly, like charming character. I love Nathan. He's just like kind, but then also kind of like overwhelming at the same time, and I feel like sometimes like I can relate to like being a Nathan in people's life, but then again I also vibe with like Ben and how they're like Ben's introverted and I'm not, but then again I understand like Ben's like over analyzing like anxiousness, so I relate to that. I have notes down here, so that's what I keep looking at. I rated it a 4.5 out of 5, again because I like really liked the book. Like it was like soft, it was real, it was raw, it was like just easy to read, so like super relatable and like easy to follow. And I will fully admit that like I like haven't really like been reading recently, so this is probably like my third or fourth book that I've read this year, and this was just like a nice book to get back into reading. It made me want to keep reading, and I appreciate books like that. Like that's like a quality of a good book. My first like negative thing, I think I only have like 2 negative things, is the pacing. I will admit that like with the pacing, I only really noticed it from other people's reviews, and it's not to say that like the pacing wasn't great, but I thought Mason was just trying to show us like the mundane parts of Ben's life, and how like not everything after you come out is like super overwhelming. I mean, a lot of things are, but there were just parts that like it was just like Ben living like Ben's normal life, as normal as it could be after being kicked out by their family. One thing I didn't know, but apparently Mason was like very open about this, was that like it ended well, right? I didn't know that like the story was gonna end like happily until the end, but apparently Mason like wanted to put out more books with queer characters that didn't end in tragedy, because most queer films, queer TV shows, queer anything just ends in like us dying or us being murdered or us like living a very like sad and like hard life, and so I really appreciate I Wish You All the Best because it gives off this like goodness into the world. I also wanted to mention that I in no way meant to like discredit any like queer films, shows, or queer media in general that shows queer tragedy, because that is like the truth of many queer stories as well. So yeah, and one more thing I wanted to tell y'all about this other YouTube channel called Bowties and Books, which I'll link in the description below. They have like a non-binary book club that they do, and I don't know like based off of when this video will be published whether or not they will have announced their September book, but their August book was I Wish You All the Best. So yeah, I think that their channel is really cool, so check out their content and join their book club if you want. I don't know, I am. So alright, back to the video. characters, right? I love them. Can we talk about representation? So, I mean, we have a black character and we have a white character. We have I don't know what Ben or not Ben, yeah, or I guess sexuality wise, I really don't know what Ben identifies as. I guess they're, let's just say queer, but we really appreciate the like sexuality there, because not only is Ben exploring their gender, they're exploring their sexuality as well. And Miriam, who's Ben's like online mentor, is Muslim and non-binary as well. And there's, I guess that's it, but still I appreciated that, like, I don't know, I wasn't expecting Miriam to be Muslim, but yet that's cool. And like the interracial relationship is, yes, we appreciate it. But we don't just love the characters because of the identities that they hold. I personally love the characters because of their like charming personalities, and I like really felt like I got to know a lot of them. But on the flip side, I feel like the characters that I wanted to know more of, I didn't get to know more of, and I get it because they were like not the focus of the book. They were the cis and straight people, but specifically Hannah and Thomas, I like related to Hannah a lot, because like Hannah felt bad for like leaving Ben whenever like I think she ran away from home or like left and then just never came back. And to some degree, I mean, I don't want to get too much into this, but to some degree I feel like I did that with my siblings too. But it wasn't like how do I say that? I left because I wasn't welcomed, and the same sort of like feelings of not quite regret, but like guilt almost that Hannah expresses in the book is like what I feel now. And so that was like a nice little like, I don't know, like connection I had with Hannah, and I wish I had got to know more about Hannah. Same with Ben's teachers, so like Thomas, which I guess is both Ben's teacher and Ben's like brother-in-law. I want to know more about like Thomas and like how Thomas was like dealing with the situation kinda. So I wanted to know more about like Miss Lou, who was Ben's art teacher. I wish I could have saw more of like Ben's life through their perspectives, or Ben's other friends as well. But I mean, that's not really a complaint though, because it is a book about a non-binary character, so it would be, I feel like if the book focused on the other characters, then I would like have a critique that like it didn't focus enough on the actual like main character. So I guess, you know. Then the plot, yes, parts of it was very sad, but the end was happy and it was like wholesome and like sweet and like, I don't know, like just really good. Because I just felt like Ben had gone through so much. Like I wanted to, like so many parts throughout the book, I wanted to just like hug Ben or like, you know, consensually hug Ben and like be there for them and like just be like, you know, it gets better. Like, and I feel like this is like a open letter to like closeted, like non-binary folks. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I loved about the book. I hope that was good. Just to review again, I really enjoyed it overall. I get how the pacing might have been an issue, but at the same time, I expected it to really quickly get to the point that like Ben was kicked out. And then after that, there was like a part where like the book was just showing how like after coming out, not everything is just like overwhelming like terriblenessness. There are parts after coming out where it's just like regular life, again, as regular as it can be after being kicked out. And I enjoyed the like romance that Ben and Nathan had. That wasn't like too, like if you're looking for like a romance YA novel, that's not really what this is, but I enjoyed the like cutesy like text messages and all that, and I appreciated the connection between Ben and Miriam, and the connection between Ben and their sister was also really great. And then the plot overall of just like Ben coming out and then like Mason showing us Ben's experience. And I especially appreciate the fact that like the end of that experience, and it doesn't even feel like the end too, but like the part where Mason like lets the reader like, okay, now like I'll end it here, but it like feels like Ben's life continues, and I really appreciate that, and how like it continues in a way that's not like, and now Ben's homeless, or and now Ben like has to struggle for the rest of their life. Like, no, it continues in a way where like, and now Ben gets to enjoy life with their partner, Nathan, and doing really cool advocacy work with Miriam, and Ben still stays connected with Hannah. Like, things are good. Like, things may not be good always, but things are good, and that there's hope for non-binary folks, not only in this book, but in the world. So, all right, that was my review. I welcome you all to share your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know how this review went. I don't know. I feel like it was all over the place, but maybe my editing will like help it out a little bit. And congrats again to our book giveaway winner. Whenever this video is posted, I won't actually have the physical book with me, but congrats to you. So yeah, bye. Have a great week.